It looks like the Ice King and his castle is coming back to Fortnite. And if so, then we know who else is about to return. Two sides are forming in Chapter 4 because new secret dialogue reveals. My lord, I bow to you as one of your Oathbound. Yo, Raptorian the Brave is on the side of the Oathbound. Or what about this secret dialogue with Halsey? Thank you for giving us a safe haven in your kingdom. Mr. King, sir. Even Halsey is thanking the Ageless. Maybe she too is siding with the Oathbound. Burger says, we seek a treaty, my lord. And a chance to build a combo of kingdoms. Yo, even Sir Burger is siding with the Oathbound. Hold on, wait a minute.
What?
Hey, bro, come on. Not everybody's in favor of the Oathbound. I will defeat Champion of the Oathbound, no matter how long it takes. Turns out the Omega Knight is against the Oathbound. Oh no, Snowheart. She has something pretty crazy to say. The Oathbound. Your kingdom will look so much better under mountains of ice. As well as Snowheart's harsh words. Who's to know the Frozen Red Knight says, I'd rather see your kingdom burn than in Snowheart's icy grip. Yo, these secret dialogues are revealing that two sides are forming in Chapter 4. These are the current secret dialogues that are in game. It seems Epic Games is adding in more all the time. Two sides seem to be forming. One side that supports the Oathbound, the Ageless, and has positive things to say about him and his kingdom. And the other side seems to be against him, wanting to crush him and turn his kingdom to ice. It seems to me Epic Games is in the process of setting up the next season. The battle for our Chapter 4 island with the king in his castle is going to come under fire by a rebellious squad looking to take him down. These secret dialogues that have been found in today's video may just be the first of many that are turning against the kingdom in the fight against the Ageless. So far, Raptorian the Brave, Halsey, Sir Burger, and Jules are in favor of the Oathbound ruling the island, and they're teaming up against the Omega Knight, Snowheart, and Frozen Red Knight, who are looking to take the fight back to the kingdom. Hey, yo, whose team are you guys on? Let me know in the comment section below. But it is not just the Fortnite characters on our island that are here to fight the Ageless. The Ice King himself is on his way back to Chapter 4 to take over the island, and he's bringing you-know-who with him. Did you guys know that the Oathbound is actually based off an old Epic Games game that they made many years ago called Infinity Blade? That's right, the theme of the Citadel is based off this game. The armor of the characters are based off of this game. And of course, all this futuristic tech that we now see in Fortnite is based off of this old school Epic Games video game. But the name Infinity Blade is actually reminiscent of the Infinity Blade that was in our Fortnite game all the way back on our OG Chapter 1 island. The Infinity Blade was the main weapon of the Ice King, and there was only one on our Fortnite island, and it was super overpowered. If players managed to get hold of it, they were almost guaranteed the win. What is super interesting is the Infinity Blade in our Fortnite game is actually the same Infinity Blade that was in Epic Games' old school Infinity Blade video game. It's the same one, as the Citadel and the Oathbound are all based off of these characters in this old school Epic Games video game. And with the link of the Infinity Blade, we can be sure that this season, with the Citadel and the Oathbound, they are connected to the Ice King and his Infinity Blade in some way. He never found out much about the Ice King when he was in our Fortnite island, except he had a castle and an iceberg and some kind of beast hidden underneath it. Hey, don't worry, we're getting to this in a moment. That's it with now see. With the connection to the Infinity Blade and the Oathbound, we may now have the beginning of the return of the Ice King. We already know at some point in Chapter 4, our Fortnite island is supposed to be turned to snow because the map has been found in the game's files. Our Chapter 4 island's covered in snow from head to tail, and there's only one being that was ever able to do this. It was the Ice King in a crazy event where he turned our Fortnite island entirely into a snow island. If we are expecting another Chapter 4 snowy island to at some point happen in our Fortnite game, there is only one bad guy that can do it. The same bad guy that we've just talked about, the Ice King. And this is not even taking into account that half of the bosses in our Fortnite game that want to fight against the Oathbound to save our Chapter 4 island, they're actually made of ice. Snowheart and Frozen Red Knight, both snowy related characters, and could possibly actually already be working for the Ice King. Yo, and all of this is not even mentioning the fact that the Fortnite Marvel comics have literally been talking about the return of the Ice King king now for some time. When Agent Jones and Spider-Man and the Foundation actually visited the Ice King in his icy castle on the moon. Yes, that's right. It's the same moon that Paradigm was hiding in before the season 2 of Chapter 3 final event. Spoilers alert. On the very first page of the comic, we get to see some interesting information about the Ice King's lore. Jonesy and a bunch of other Fortnite and Marvel characters actually managed to find the King's castle. And the Ice King explains how he sought out powerful items all across the galaxies. The Ice King mentions, I began collecting items of power, things and beings too dangerous to exist. He then froze his planet and himself all in his own world. But a fragment of his world sheared off and struck a Fortnite island. The Ice King also goes on to explain how he and the Fire King actually were friends, but they turned on each other to gain control of powerful items. But the Ice King won and made the Fire King his prisoner, which would explain why at the bottom of the castle we had the Fire King chained up. Hey, if you ain't picking up what I'm putting down, then maybe I can't help you. But all of this seems to suggest that the Ice King is going to be returning. And if the Ice King returns, then his icy castle does as well. But then you know who else is coming back? The Polar Peak Oh, that was literally the first guy that I saw in this entire game. I was like in the top 5. My man was camping around the corner in a tattoo parlor. Bruh, sometimes I wake up every morning and question the purpose of Epic Games and what they're trying to do to me. Is this a part of some sick plan to make me go insane? I think so. Yes, sir. Chapter 4 is all about different realities being pulled together by the 0 point. By this chapter, the 0 point is literally going to be grabbing new locations and pulling them to our Fortnite island. So with the Ice King already returning and his location being the moon, is it actually possible that a piece of the moon might actually be dragged to our Chapter 4 island? This could explain how the Ice King would arrive to our game. But we do also know that the moon is home to the giant monster, the Devourer. Because the Marvel Comics actually explain to us the Polar Peak monster, the Devourer, actually came from the moon and crash landed onto our old Fortnite island. If in Chapter 4 we're gonna see more locations being brought to our Fortnite island, and with the moon being one of the closest locations to the 0 point, maybe this would explain the Ice King's return. Maybe this would explain the revolution against the king, you know, the Oathbound. And maybe this will bring the Devourer back to our Fortnite game once and for all. We know it's coming. We've been waiting for it, and this might just be the ticket to do it any day now. We may actually see off in the distance a giant chunk of ice being brought to our Chapter 4 island. And what is inside will change Fortnite forever. Yo, Winterfest is over, my guy. Get out of here. Oh, see ya. We don't want to be here. Oh, my God.
Yoink.
Oh, you kill-stealing little... Yo, it's Guff! Hurrah! Yo, Guff, we are so far past Winterfest, it's crazy. What are you doing in my game, stealing my kills and ruining my games? Leave! I'ma catch you next time.